2.2 is entitled Exploring Credit Card Use. So I'm going to use a TI-83 to teach this lesson. Here's my fantastic TI-83 over here. There are free versions available on the internet. You can Google TI-83 virtual calculator to find one. The answers we find today will be slightly off what the textbook answers give due to the nature of the TI-83 calculator and how its formulas operate. And we can't use our calculator that's on the Moodle because it doesn't have compounding daily as an option. So we're just going to use the TI-83 calculator and make do. Alright, here's an example. Mia is buying a used trailer for $5,000 on credit. She plans to travel through the Rockies over the summer. She can afford payments of $200 each month and is considering two options: the dealership credit card at 15.8% compounded daily and an immediate rebate of 2.4% on her first purchase, or a bank loan at 9.8% compounded monthly. How long will it take her to pay off the balance for each option? So you can turn on your TI-83 calculator by hitting the on button down here, and then you can go into the Finance app by clicking Apps, one for Finance, one for TVM Solver. Alright, now we're going to input what we know. Well, we don't know the number of payments. We know the interest rate is going to be 15.8%. 15.8%. 15.8%. Our initial value will be $5,000 minus that 2.4% rebate. And our payments will be $200 a month. So we're going to pay $200, so that's negative 200. Future value we want to be 0. Payments per year, we're going to have 12. And compounding periods per year, well, there's 365 because it compounds daily. For n, we don't know the number of payments that they're going to make, so we can actually solve for this. Go into Apps again, go to Finance, and then scroll down until you see TVM underscore n, hit enter, and if you click the down arrow, it'll actually solve for the number of payments. So we can see already that it's going to be 29 payment periods, and our payments are monthly. So how long will it take her to pay off the balance for each option? Well, we have 29 payment periods and our leftovers, so that's going to be 30 months to pay off this loan with this option. Okay, now let's calculate how long it'll take her to pay off the second option, the bank loan at 9.8% compounded monthly. So once again, we don't know n. The interest rate is going to be 9.8%. The initial value this time, she doesn't get the 2.4% off her purchase, so it's going to be $5,000. Payment is still $200. Future value is still $0 because we want to pay off the whole thing. Payments per year. This is compounded monthly, so we're going to assume monthly payments, and it's compounded monthly, so I'm going to have 12 compounding periods per year. We pay at the end of the year, so that's all fine. Let's find the number of months. So once again, go into Apps, Finance, then scroll down to TVMN and hit enter. Move your arrow down. 28 plus a bit, so 29 months is how long it will take her to pay off with option B. The next part of the question says how much interest would she pay for each option? Well, since we have option B, all of our data is already in here, let's figure out how much interest she's going to pay for it. So hit second quit to take us out of the financial calculator. But now go back into Apps, go into Finances. To find the total interest, there's a formula in here. It's the summation, which looks like a funny E thing. Summation, interest, and bracket. We want that one. Now to use this one, it actually goes from payment period to the end. So from our first payment period we want to find, separated with a comma, to the end. So now this one lasted 29 months, but if I recall correctly, it was actually closer to 28 months. So let's do that. Finance, scroll down, summation of interest from 1 to 28, hit enter. So we get the total interest she pays is $615.36 for option B. Now let's figure out how much interest she's going to pay for option A. So I put in all of my information again for option A, and I use my tvm_n to solve for my number of payments again. So this should be all good. So let's second function quit this. We're going to use the exact same formula that's included in our calculator. So we go once again, go into Apps, Finance, scroll down, go to Sum of Interest, hit enter. Now this time we want 1 to, and 30 months, and it was actually closer to 30 than it was to 29, so I'm going to put in 30. And let's hit enter. So then my total interest would be $1,054.10. The next part of the question asks, how much did Mia end up paying in total with each option? Well, there we simply add the amount that we borrowed plus the interest to get our total. So for option A, we borrowed $48.80 because remember we had that 2.4% discount. We add that to our interest that we calculated up here, and we get that for option A, it's $5,934.10. For option B, we didn't have the discount, so we actually ended up borrowing $5,000. We add our interest that we found from up here to it to get our total to be $5,615.36. So which should she choose? She should choose option B because it takes her less time to pay it off. It takes her 29 months versus 30 months to pay it off. And she actually pays less interest. So she really should choose option B. So you can use your TI-83 calculator to figure out the rest of these questions. Have fun and good luck.